Hello everyone and welcome. Today we'll be embarking on a journey to bring more joy, not just to our homes, but also to our gardens. Have you ever noticed strange squiggly lines on the leaves of your plants? Almost as if someone had drawn delicate winding tunnels across their surface? It sparks curiosity, doesn't it? These mysterious patterns are often the telltale signs of leaf miners, tiny creatures who see our plants as their own personal buffet. But like everything else, understanding them is the first step to creating a harmonious balance in our gardens. Let's uncover the secrets of these hidden invaders and discover how to protect our plants with kindness and care. Leaf miners, imagine tiny artists leaving their mark on our plants. These artists are actually the larval stage of certain insects. Think of them as young caterpillars, maggots, or grubs, still in their youthful stage of life before they transform into their adult forms. These insects are quite clever, you see. They lay their eggs directly on or even within the tender leaves of our plants. And when these tiny eggs hatch, the little leaf miner larvae emerge ready to feast. They burrow into the leaf tissue, creating those intriguing tunnels as they munch their way through, much like an artist adding details to their masterpiece. It's this journey of these little larvae that creates the patterns we see, reminding us that even in the smallest of creatures, there's a spark of life and a story to tell. Now, just like our own lives have different stages, so do the leaf miners. They go through a fascinating cycle of transformation, a bit like a beautiful dance with nature. It all begins with the egg stage, where potential rests within a tiny speck. From this emerges the larval stage, the artists we talked about, busy creating their winding trails. But their journey doesn't end there. They then enter a restful pupal stage, a time of quiet transformation. And finally, they emerge as adults, ready to begin the cycle anew. This entire process from egg to adult can be surprisingly swift, sometimes taking only a mere 1 to 3 weeks. Can you imagine multiple generations of leaf miners gracing our gardens in a single growing season? It's a testament to the resilience and the continuous flow of life in even the smallest corners of our world. Leaf miners, much like us, have their preferences. Their main source of nourishment, their comfort food, is the tender tissue found within leaves. However, their tastes are quite specific, varying depending on the species of leaf miner. Some are particularly fond of vegetables, creating intricate designs on lettuce or spinach. Others prefer the sweetness of fruits, leaving their mark on strawberries or citrus leaves. And some are drawn to the elegance of ornamental plants, adding unexpected details to our favorite flowers. Even trees aren't exempt from their artistic touch, with some leaf miners preferring the sturdiness of oak or maple leaves. Understanding their preferences allows us to better care for our gardens, doesn't it? It's about appreciating the interconnectedness of nature, even in the case of a seemingly unwelcome guest. Now, how can we tell if these tiny artists have paid our gardens a visit? It's all about noticing the subtle signs, the whispers of their presence. The most obvious clue is those winding trails on the leaves, like delicate brushstrokes of white or translucent ink. Sometimes these trails create blotchy, discolored patches, adding an unexpected abstract touch to the foliage. If the leaf miners have been particularly busy, the leaves might appear weak and begin to curl, as if seeking solace from the constant nibbling. And if you look very closely, you might even spot tiny black dots, the remnants of their presence. Recognizing these signs early allows us to address the situation with grace and understanding. It's about observing our gardens with attentiveness, noticing the small details that tell a story. Now, even though leaf miners might seem like uninvited guests, there are ways to approach the situation with kindness without resorting to harsh measures. Just as we create a tidy and joyful home, we can encourage a balanced ecosystem in our gardens. One way is to invite natural predators like ladybugs or lacewings, who find leaf miners to be quite a tasty treat. It's about creating a welcoming environment for these beneficial insects, encouraging them to make our gardens their home. We can also use floating row covers, like delicate veils, to protect our plants from the leaf miners' advances. It's a gentle barrier, allowing sunlight and air to reach our plants while deterring these tiny artists. If we find leaves already adorned with the leaf miner's art, remember, it's not a reason for despair. We can gently remove and bid farewell to these affected leaves, composting them to return their energy to the earth. It's about letting go with gratitude for their contribution to the cycle of life. For those seeking additional support, neem oil or insecticidal soap can be used sparingly, like a gentle nudge to guide the leaf miners elsewhere. Think of them as natural remedies, helping us maintain balance in our garden's ecosystem. And remember, diversity is key. Planting trap crops like mustard or dill can lure leaf miners away from our more prized plants. It's about understanding their preferences and using that knowledge to create a harmonious environment. And so, our exploration of the leaf miner world comes to a close. Remember, these tiny creatures are simply a part of the intricate tapestry of nature that graces our gardens. While they might present challenges, they also offer an opportunity for us to learn, adapt, and grow alongside them. By approaching the situation with a calm heart and an open mind, we can find solutions that protect our plants while honoring the delicate balance of nature. Next time you spot those unique trails on your plants, take a moment to appreciate the wonders of the natural world unfolding right before your eyes. It's a reminder that even in the face of challenges, there's always an opportunity to cultivate joy, not just in our homes, but also in our gardens.